Alright, so last time we took a look at how to get things going for interacting with items and inspecting them. So for this update, we're going to be taking a look at how to get things going for the inventory component and also the equipment component and how to make use of it alongside KLS plugin. So for this component, the inventory component, we are able to assign maximum weight for the player and assign maximum slots for the player, and also fire use events on the items. And we are also able to inspect them while they are in the inventory. And when we are not able to pick something up, it's going to tell us why we are not able to. And we can also fire custom events on those specific reasons. Next is the looting. So this dead man here, it's got an axe in its storage, and we are not going to be able to pick it up unless we make some room. So let's make some room, grab it in here, assign it to the hotbar of the equipment component. Let's try equipping it. Okay, cool. Let's equip the knife. Alright, and let's try dropping it. Cool. So let's take a look at how to get all of that going. So first, let's take a look at the lootable actors. So these lootable actors, they can be anything. They don't have to be an enemy that's dead. They can be a storage system as well. And there is also the ability to randomize the loot in the storage. So here, items in storage, there is an axe in its storage. I'm going to delete it, and I'm gonna randomize it really quickly until I get something different. So I only have these two items, so it's not gonna be very good. So it's assigned the ADC sword now. And we are also able to tell it, hey, at least one item for the randomizer, and should we randomize on begin play. And also we are able to tell it which storage to use depending on the skeletal mesh. So if we have a specific skeletal mesh, it should use this setting. So this is good for the player, like changing clothes and stuff. Next, let's take a look at the data table. So now pretty much all the initialization goes through the data table. So when we want to initialize the storage, we go to the storage setup, assign the max stack and its weight and its use events. So this use event right here for the ritual knife, it's using toggle DES when I press the use button. So if this item should go into the equipment component, it should always have this use event in here. And we are also able to fire custom collected events. And the common stuff any inventory system would have. So stack maxed events and over encumbered events. So this is what I was talking about when I said the specific reasons for why we're not able to pick something up. So this is good for heads up display or sounds. Next is the equipment component. So for this, you are able to assign as many anim montages as you'd like in here, but you should be pretty much using one or multiples, but it's better if it's one. And next is the equip events. So these equip events, they work through the anim montage tags. So for this montage in here, it's got a tag in it called unsheath right here. So when the hand reaches the very back of the character, we are telling the equipment component, hey, there is a tag called unsheath and fire the toggle visibility. So this event in here, it's already implemented into the equipment component. So whenever you are unsheathing or sheathing, you should be using this event. Next is the equip layer. So the equip layer, this will change your animation instance or your animation linked layer. And I'm using KLS plugin, so we're gonna take a look on how to get that set up. So for the unequip, it works the same way as the equipping, just the other way around. Next is the snap to bone and the bone offset. So when it's equipped, we're going to snap it to this bone, and we're going to offset it by this much after it's snapped. So for that, you will need some sort of child actor, and it can be any combat blueprint system, but we are using the one that's already implemented called equipped abstract. There is literally no code in this blueprint, it's just an abstract blueprint, so it can be easily replaced by any combat system. Okay, and once that's done, you'll need to set up your toggling somehow. So here when I press the one button, I'm grabbing the first index from the hotbar. So the first index starts from the left and it ends to the right. Okay, and dynamic storage, this is just when I press the tab button, I'm toggling the storage. And this is the enhanced input collecting event. So a quick word for KLS. If you are using KLS and you want to make use of the stamina system, you will need to grab the KLS character movement component and grab the max ground speed and plug it into the set speeds. Alright, once that's done, let's take a look at how to implement it with KLS system. So here for my ritual knife here, I'm equipping the layer to KLS mask armed. So this is the armed mask layer, and when I'm unequipping, I'm going back to the unarmed layer. So all that is happening through this macro called KLS toggle. It's probably going to be called something else in the component for you, but for me, I just renamed it to KLS toggle. And this is going to be in the blueprint, in the macro, but all of this you're going to have to set up on your own. It's pretty straightforward and simple, and that's the only code needed to get that set up. Okay, that's pretty much it on that.